Welcome back to Avalon and Ninth. Please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and for another week, actually this time it's 2 weeks merged into one video of 52 weeks of fandom. We are in week 7 and week 8. I told y'all I was gonna get caught up. I've had this kit forever. So I am using a kit from the Crafty Banana. She is, I don't know if she's moved, but she's local to me in San Antonio. And this is a kit that she brings back. I believe she brings it back every year. Anyway, it's the Stars Hollow kit that she has. It's all hand-drawn by her, and it's absolutely amazing. So I knew that I needed to use it in this year of fandom. And yeah, so I'm just kind of laying everything down. So while I'm just laying down stickers, let's chat for a minute. So needing to get caught up meant to put 2 weeks into one video. That way, one, I didn't have to, stop, rewind. That way the videos weren't like uber short. Because I'm not putting any plans in these. This is the whole thing is just this day in history. So I merged 2 videos into one video so that we could actually have like a decent amount of videos. And then 2, I just want to move forward and get going with everything else. Everything is super busy. So this week that I'm planning, which is February 15th through the 21st, I say planning, but backplanning, I don't know, what should we call this? This week that I'm just going to lay down stickers and tell you a thing for history, was the week of our epic snowstorm down here in Texas, in all of Texas. So I don't have a week to plan in my regular planner for that. And then I'm just so far behind in a lot of things because the following week after the snowstorm, I ended up not feeling well and being in a lot of pain and having to go to the doctors. And so I don't really have anything to plan for that week either. So I'm just kind of waiting for this week to be done so that I can do it, which means that I will film March 1st through the 7th. I will film that pretty spread with one of my stickers on the 13th, and it means it should go up on the 15th. That's at least the plan. Anyways, that's how I've been kind of working it. And then same with week 9. Week 9 will be filmed on the 13th and go up the 19th. But I have tried like pre-planning stuff, you guys, and it's not working out. I have so many moving parts. It's just not working out. So I have my pen and ink planner, and it literally, honestly, it's just a running to-do list at the end of the day. That's really all it is. Things of places that I need to go, things I need to remember, appointments, stuff. It's literally just a running to-do list, and I'm actually running out of room, which is not really a good thing. Likewise, like I said, I'm just chatting here while we're doing all of this sticker laying stuff. I have a lot of projects underhand going on and getting ready for TPC sale that when this video goes up will be in the midst of. So all of that and getting everything organized, and then also taxes. Ugh. I've had to spend a lot of time getting everything just situated and worked out. Not like a whole ton of time, but I really have had to like dedicate an entire day to ensure that everything is copacetic, that my accountant will understand everything, and move on that way. So, I'm just playing catch up, and then in the midst of it all, homeschooling children and taking them to activities, which I'm super excited about this upcoming week because they're going to it's spring break around here and we don't ever do spring break, but anyways, it's spring break around here, and they're doing a Taekwondo boot camp for 3 days, and so I'm really excited to have them be busy and then have my evenings back to myself for an entire week. So, one of the things that the kit did not come with was date covers and glitter headers, and I didn't want to use like the normal like headers, like the little things type headers, and so I did pull out these glitter headers from one of our monthly functional subscriptions. I can't remember when it was. Was it September 2020 or was it November 2020? I can't remember. Anyways, it was last year, and used those, and then I pulled out. Did I pull out the other? What? Oh, no. Belay my last. Sorry. The glitter headers are from the March 2021 mystery kit. That's where those from. I'm like, I didn't pull any things. The date covers are from last year's monthly functional subscription. Jeez, I'm getting it all confused. And I actually kind of love how it turned out. It's 2 different shades of blue, but I feel that it goes really, really well with the scene and doesn't detract from the rest of the kit. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. Let's see, what else? I mean, there's not really anything much to tell you because there's not like a ton of plans in this. So I guess we're just going to kind of go and jump and get started in this whole thing. So I always use these little emojis from the Coffee Monsters Co. It is the only, well, I shouldn't say it's the only. I try to use this to be the only extra sticker away from the kit in these spreads. Obviously, I had to use my date covers and glitter headers, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, and then I do my script sticker with TDIH and it just stands for This Day in History. So on Monday, February 15th, 1913, the New York Armory show opened, introducing America to Picasso, Duchamp, and Matisse. Yeah, so famous artists, that's all. It was the most interesting subject for that day when I wrote it down, and that's really what I try to do. So I wake up every morning, and the first thing I do before I start working and while the kids are getting breakfast, is I log onto my computer and I get this day in history, so that when I get to this, I'm able to actually like write it down and remember. And some things I go into a little bit more and research, and sometimes I don't. So full box, and then that was when really like the snowstorm really started. It was really cold that previous Saturday and Sunday, but that's really when the snow started. So on Tuesday, we've got the full box, and then I've got my TDIH, and this was 1923. King Tut's tomb, which was discovered in 1922, was opened. And then I just mark with one of the candles, and I use all these candles. So she's got these little hand-drawn candles right here, and it says, "I smell snow," because that's Lorelai's line a ton of times in the Gilmore Girls. And I was like, it's perfect because the snowstorm is continuing. It really was. To give you a little backstory, so I grew up in Utah. I'm used to snow. My older 2 knew what snow was. My younger 2 don't remember snow, and they were having a fantastic time. In fact, I found my youngest daughter sitting at the back door just watching the snow fall onto the ground and then hit the ground and melt. And she was fascinated with it. And I was like, oh, to look through the eyes of a child. It's just, and she was just sat there. You know, she was just fascinated with the snow. She couldn't wait to get out in it. She went out and had snowball fights with her brother. She was so happy. I figured if we're all going to be in this debacle, we might as well enjoy it somewhat. So, on Wednesday, 1817, Baltimore became the first city in the U.S. to be lit by gas. So, yeah. I really wish, in hindsight, that's really kind of ironic that that's the one that I put on there, because this was the day that I didn't know if our power was going to go out or anything like that. So we had been told our power was going to go out. We were one of the lucky few whose power never went out. But we closed down all the lights. I didn't work that week because we didn't know. we didn't know. And honestly, I really wished, we would have had gas, because then we could have at least lit the like stove and stuff if power had gone out. And some of my friends and then people on Facebook that we've associated with before have gas in their house, and that's kind of how they survived, which was crazy. So we did hunker down and then working to stay warm. Said don't know when power will go out. It is really cold. So we really kind of just all stayed in one room because we didn't know what was going to happen. So we closed a lot of doors. We kept the blinds closed. And we had our, like, I don't know what you would say, our power outage gear ready to go in case it happened. So anyways, moving on to Thursday, 1930, Pluto, the ninth planet, was discovered by American astronomer Clyde Tombow. Tombow? I don't know. Anyways, that guy, he discovered Pluto, which, is Pluto still a planet or is it not? I feel like it just keeps going back and forth. So either way, I grew up, knew it as the ninth planet. I think it'll always stay that way. On Friday, 1962, here's a good one for all of us ladies. George Papanicolaou, a Greek-born American physician known for his invention of the pap smear, dies. Now you know why it's called a pap smear. I mean, why did it always get called a pap smear? They never tell you that stuff. You walk into your gynecologist's office and they're like, yeah, let's put your feet up in stirrups. And let's get ready for a pap smear. Like, they don't give you any history, like who did it. Like, you gotta figure that all out on your own. Or go to medical school, I'm sure, of some sort. But yeah, there you go. Now you know it was done by a guy. And he died in 1962. So, Saturday, the 20th. For this day in history. So I did put the weekend banner. I did want to split up because I only had 4 full boxes, so obviously I couldn't move it anymore. I wanted to make sure that we had 2 on one side and 2 on the other and everything. But anyways, on to Saturday. In 1998, Tara Lipinski won the Olympic figure skating gold medal. Wasn't this the year of like the whole scandals of everything? Like, wasn't this where like some judges were always like voting for one country or another? I don't remember. I just remember like France and Russia and just stuff. So wasn't this like the year that like it was full of debacles? Anyways, something new. End of the week just marked, we have survived the coldest week in Texas. I hope to never endure something like that again. I know lots of people had burst pipes. We almost had, not a burst pipe, but we almost had a frozen pipe. And I just feel extremely grateful that we didn't, because where the pipe was, if it had burst, it would have probably, I would have had to completely gut my kitchen to get to where the pipe was going to be, and then it goes along the outside of a wall, and they would have to tear that. Like, it would not have been a good thing. So thank you. But I know all of us were on the edge. On Sunday, 1878, first telephone book was issued in New Haven, Connecticut. So that is what I have for you that week, and we're going to jump right into the next one. I don't even stop the video. I give you my little wave goodbye, and we turn it over. And so now I'm going to use a kit from Glam Planner. How many of you remember Twilight? Oh, Twilight. I actually read this as an adult, probably because, when did it come out? When did the first book come out? Let's see. I'm going to Google it real quick. When was Twilight first published? 2005. I was an adult anyways. So I do remember my sister being really into these. And when I was pregnant with my second son, she came down to watch my oldest son when we went to the hospital to have our second baby. And I remember her walking over to the store with me, and she purchased this, I think it was the 3rd book, I want to say. Anyways, she did that. I ended up reading them as an adult, and I've watched all the movies. Yeah, whatever. I'm not team anybody. And really, honestly, it's just not that great of a story. Like, I'm more interested in the whole vampire lore. Like, I love that kind of stuff. So to see a different take on it, but I really wanted to like dive into Carlisle's past and I mean, they touch on it and everything, but I really wanted to watch their stories and then how Arrow, became to be. I'd really love to dive into those. And the books don't give you that much more information. Like, I want to go deeper than what the books ever gave you. Anyways, I'm digressing. But Glam Planner put out this sticker kit. You could get it, I think it came with one set of boxes, and then you could buy like the actual character boxes separately. So that's what I did, with the intention that I was going to actually use it in this planner. Like, I knew it was going in my year of fandom, and I knew that I would use every single box. So this layout has 16 full boxes, and I do it a little bit differently. If we could just move past like doing all of this date cover stuff, one of these days I'll figure out how to like get into like the little snippet areas and maybe speed up a little bit more. But like, that takes a lot of effort and time, and really I just like to talk sometimes. Sometimes I don't have anything to talk about. But I went ahead and I kind of planned this one out. Okay, so we put the wolf over on the sidebar, and then we put Edward, Bella, and then Jacob down at the bottom, like, because that's the love triangle. I am sorry, but if you look at Edward, he's got like all these little marks on him, and I get it. It's supposed to look like he has, to represent his sparkly skin, because it's like he's made of diamonds and stuff. But really, honestly, it looks like he has a skin disease in this. So I laugh. Anyways, moving on the other side, we end up putting Rosalie and the rest of the characters. I don't remember. What is it? Rosalie. I don't remember his name. I did Alice and Jasper. I mean, I'll remember it after I get this after I get this video done. And I can't help that. So, characters. And then I take these are the boxes here up top. These are the boxes that came with the kit. The character ones were the extra that you could buy. And so I went ahead and used these up at the top. So we did the Cullens house, and then Forks High School. Put the iconic pickup truck, and then Bella's house, followed by Bella's ring at the end. I don't have any more character stickers. Not character stickers, glitter headers. It's driving me. It's Emmett. Emmett is his name. Jeez Louise. Couldn't figure it out to save my life. Emmett was his name. Alright, I knew it was going to come to me, you guys, and then we'd be like, squirrel. Alright, so I went ahead and I just laid down, like, my Coffee Monsters Co. characters with TDIH so that we can just get right into these. So, 1935. Airplanes were no longer permitted to fly over the White House. Hindsight, I probably should have looked into this a little bit further, because why? This was before World War II, but this was definitely post-World War I. So I'm like, what happened between there that would have the airplanes are no longer permitted to fly over the White House? I mean, obviously, we live in a day and age where you have no-fly zones, yada, 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 and a lot of it is military-related and stuff. But anyways, on Tuesday, the 23rd, 1997, Scottish scientists announced the successful cloning of a sheep named Dolly. I want to say that we did this one where I would have to look back, but didn't we talk about this one where she died earlier on in the year? Like, I'm looking, but I don't know. But she ended up dying of like lung cancer and all these other things. It was really, really sad. But let's move on. On to that Wednesday, 1968, the discovery of a pulsar was announced. Does anybody know what that is? I thought I knew, but then I don't like really know, and yeah. So, yeah. If you know, let me know. But anyways, I don't remember if we did put it in here. I don't think we did. Maybe I saw it and I was thinking of doing it. But anyways, Dolly passed away from like a whole bunch of cancer and everything. It was really, really sad and all that jazz. But you know, I was never like mentioned in the news, or it was just like one of those little blips and then we move on. So, Thursday, the 25th, 1901, J.P. Morgan formed the U.S. Steel Corporation. It was the first billion-dollar corporation in the world. I remember a steel factory not too far from where we lived. I remember, well, like trying to talk and swallow at the same time. Not cool. Anyways, I remember driving by it, and obviously it was abandoned, and just trying to reminisce about what those days would look like. I do that often when going in like historical areas. I would like to, can my imagination imagine things? So, Friday the 26th, 1935, radar, which is also known as radio detection and ranging, was first demonstrated by Robert Watson Watt. Saturday, 2003, Fred Rogers of the show Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood dies. Back to radar for just a minute. When I was working at the submarine command when I was in the military, we would have the dolphins there and had to be really careful with like the radar from the submarines. So that was very interesting. So it's still being tested and all that fun stuff. Sunday, 1983, the final episode of MASH aired. It was the most watched TV program in history, which brings me to TPC Sale is 1980s theme, so I think that was a perfect one to end on. So, I'm really digging this project. I hope you guys are too. I hope you enjoy just watching me write down little snippets of history and everything. And that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll be back again, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye, guys.